What do you get when you combine a great plant that can withstand some drought conditions, has a great name, and also has an unbelievable sky blue color? Well, you get Juniper scopulorum candelabra. Juniper scopulorum candelabra. Fun to say and a good name in candelabra. But where does it come from? Well, the native range of Rocky Mountain juniper is as far north into Canada, all the way south into Texas. It is actually the second most widely found juniper species in North America. The zone range for candelabra is zone 3 all the way down to zone 7. Now here are some of the other interesting botanical facts about the plant. They come from an area where arid summers are pretty typical, so it can withstand a high amount of drought tolerance. And in fact, in some of the native ranges, the rainfall is very scarce. So in your garden, if you're in an area of the country that has a little bit less rainfall than normal, this might be a great option for you to add from that perspective. But let's talk really about what makes this plant so spectacular. Many of us in the garden associate the color blue with Picea pungens or Colorado blue spruce. Now this is a color that is totally different in candelabra. It's more of a sky meets seafoam green meets really cool blue color, and in the case of candelabra, which is, by the way, a pair of little candle holders that you might find on a very formal dining setting, and this plant not only represents that beautiful blue color, but it really is sort of true with that whole candelabra name thing. The pendulous tips of this plant start to curve upward, almost creating sort of a candelabra / chandelier kind of effect, and eventually the tree will grow to good size. At first it'll grow about 6 inches per year, then eventually can get close to a foot after it's established in the ground for about 5 years or so. So in about a 10-year window, you're looking at anywhere from an 8 to 10 foot tree, but those pendulous tips are really what give candelabra both its name and its awesome characteristic. Now, what could you pair this plant with? Well, really a foreground of any low-growing, colorful flowers whatsoever would just be beautifully accented by this right over top of them. Juniper scopulorum candelabra has a classic name that is really fitting, and it'll also be classic in your garden.